stand for the
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, would you like to call the roll call?
Yes. Steve Barthol.
Here.
Steve Carter.
Here.
Greg Gordon.
Here.
Michael George.
Here.
Susan Schneider.
Okay, and how about the approval of the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the meeting agenda. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the approval of the minutes from November 13th?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the November 13th regular meeting. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'd like to read a message for my part of the board report here, if you don't mind. As we come to the end of 2023, I'm happy to see all the progress the board and the staff has made in making our village more transparent, more lean, and more responsive to the needs of our infrastructure. Our ongoing planning includes much needed lift station repairs, street repairs, and zoning improvements. We heard our constituents and we know of the issues. It just takes time to go through all the strategic methods to get the repairs done. The comprehensive plan for the village certainly needs to be updated to reflect our current situations. We will put together a team that will include public input to review the changes. Our meetings have been filled with public input as well as trustee conversations to accomplish the goals we have attained. Going forward, the board meetings will be held with more decorum. We will have a specific time for citizen comments. We will not have a citizen participation throughout the entire meeting. That is what a public hearing is for. If a trustee has a specific question for a citizen, that of course is acceptable. The board will have ample opportunity to discuss every item on the agenda. These board meetings shall not be an open forum to discuss personal philosophies. There will be public hearings on certain topics which will allow all citizens to voice their opinions. This will happen in zoning changes as per state law. Other issues of importance such as budget adaptation may have a public hearing, although not required by state law. These small but important changes in our meeting will allow your elected officials to do their jobs more efficiently and professionally. We are doing our best to conduct the village business as the voters have requested. The voters as well as businesses can discuss issues with us outside of the board meetings. We thank you for supporting our efforts in the improvements of the village. Amen.
Good idea.
And now it's time for visitor comments, if there are any.
One visitor in the press.
Okay. I
I'm
guess
good.
we can pass on that. Okay. We're going to get into the ordinances and resolutions, and I've spoken to Steve Roth about this. In his manager's report, he addresses a lot of the
Yeah.
things that could come up in any of the resolution or bills, and if you have read that, then you'll know what you should know. So we're going to go forward with these, and then when he gets down to his report, if you have specific questions on some of the ordinances or anything that's in there, perhaps we can address it at that time. So with that, Aaron, we're going to start with Bill number 23W, an ordinance adopting a new personnel policy manual, and we are just going to read the title.
Okay.
And this is the first reading.
First reading. Okay. So bill number 23-W, an ordinance adopting a new personnel policy manual.
Okay, and we want 2 readings on this, is that correct, Steve?
My suggestion is just one.
Just one on this? Okay, so, has everyone had a chance to look at the personnel manual?
Yes.
Okay. Can we have a motion to accept?
I make a motion that we accept and approve bill number 23W. I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we didn't need a roll call vote on that, did we?
Well, are you doing this as a resolution then?
No, it's
This is an ordinance,
Okay, ordinances require 2 votes, and the second vote has to be roll call.
roll call, okay, and we can vote that second vote right now?
You could, although for future reference, something like this very well could be just a resolution, it doesn't require it to be an ordinance.
Okay. So let's have a second roll call vote on accepting the new personnel policy manual.
Greg Gordon,
Yes.
Steve Barthol,
Yes.
Susan Schneider,
Yes.
Michael George,
Yes.
Steve Carter.
Yes.
Okay. Moving along to bill number 23X, an ordinance amending ordinance 2015-16 of the Village of Sunrise Beach, Missouri. And would you read that, please, Anna?
I'm sorry to interrupt. So just to be clear, that was the second reading, is that right?
Fine.
That
Okay.
was on the personnel manual.
Okay, that's fine. The ordinance number, I actually didn't give that to you, Mary. We can get that later.
Right, that's just, the clerk just assigns those in the order that they pass, or whatever numbering system you use.
That's fine, no worries.
Okay, so are we doing a 1 reading of then bill number 23-X?
So it's-
This is for the regulation of animals.
So bill number 23-X, an ordinance amending ordinance 2015-16 of the Village of Sunrise Beach, Missouri, establishing regulations for the control and care of animals in the Village of Sunrise Beach.
Make a motion to accept bill number 23X.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now, do we need a second reading on that?
It's really up, it's up to you.
We're amending
Well, you'll need one. I think what Steve is saying is you could do it tonight, or you could have the second reading at the next meeting.
Make a motion that we,
Sorry.
make a motion that we accept bill number 23X, the second reading.
So roll call vote.
Yes.
Greg Gordon,
Yes.
Steve Barthol,
Yes.
Susan Schneider,
yes.
Michael George,
Yes.
and Steve Carter.
Yes.
Okay. Number C, resolution 2023-08, a resolution authorizing the chairman of the board to enter into an annexation agreement with Como Electric Cooperative. Can either you or Steve help me with that? Do we need to read this or just, it's a
So it's a
resolution?
resolution, you can read it by title only,
Mhm.
and it only requires 1 vote, does not require a roll call vote. I'll let Steve describe the details. He's
Yeah, so this has been, I think, discussed for many months, even before I was here. So what's before you tonight is an annexation agreement in which Como Connect, Como Electric Cooperative agrees to annex it to Village of Sunrise Beach. The city then would extend water and sewer services to them at no cost. There is a provision in which they would forgive the cost of certain electrical work that's required as part of the Phase 3 sewer grant program. There's also a provision in there that relates to widening of Highway 5, and the city would agree to work with MoDOT. There's no absolute obligation, and we would agree to work with them on a future widening project. If we were to get to the point of actually agreeing to a cost share agreement with MoDOT, for example, we would need, we need some documentation from Como that their sales tax impact to the city is a certain level. We don't have that now. So those are the basic points of the agreement. I know the city attorney, of course, had helped with drafting it. And also spoke to, I believe, Chief Financial Officer at one point, Como. I might just ask him the form of it. Are you comfortable with the form of it?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with the form of it. So they're not currently contiguous to the city. So we can't annex them now. So what the agreement says is that when they become contiguous, they will annex. And so there may be another document that we have that comes out that basically does that annexation. But I'm comfortable with what we've got now.
I got a question about that. This is a voluntary annexation.
Yes, sir.
They're volunteering. They don't have to have contiguous. They don't have to be
They have to be
contiguous.
contiguous.
Well, we have people all over Sunrise Beach that would go around businesses that are not in the city.
Well, so I'm looking at your map. Yeah, so you can have donut holes, where you
Yeah.
exclude people. But if you look at and some of my cities, actually yours looks pretty good. Some of my cities really just look like Swiss cheese. So you can go, and ignore people and go around them, but you have to touch somewhere in order to annex them in. You can't annex something that's not touching.
All right.
Even if it's just the corner of two
Right.
lots, it just has to have continuous land.
Right.
Well, staff is in, Ken Canine is in the city. Out on the hill. That's where the kennel is.
Okay.
Okay. And then, so you're saying that the next two lots would have to be volunteer or annexed?
Yes, or we
Or
go to
go around
MoDOT and take a chunk of road and connect that way.
And they're not annexing yet.
Okay.
They are annexing when they are contiguous. Is that correct? Isn't that what the
Yeah,
agreement says? As
Mhm.
soon as they're able to annex, they're gonna annex.
As long as this allows us to be in line ahead of Lori.
Yes,
That's all I care about.
if they consent to be annexed by Lori, we will see.
Okay.
Is it the other agreement?
All right, I got it. Thanks.
So this is a resolution,
So again, it would only require one vote,
one
and
vote.
a voice vote is sufficient.
Okay,
Make a motion that we
Okay.
accept the resolution 2023-08.
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next one on D, resolution 2023-09.
Authorizing the chairman of the board to enter into an agreement with Summer Point Homeowners Association for the provision of water and sanitary sewer services.
Has everyone had a chance to look at that document and
I looked over a little bit and also had some questions about this letter.
the letter is new, Steve, you wanna address that?
We received it last Friday. The sender had asked to be read at the meeting, which we don't do. Take written comments and read them aloud, but I did forward it to you all, by email, and I sent out a copy of the dais. This particular property owner is not a point of Summer, he's not a member of Summer Point Homeowner Association. He did connect at some point to an agreement with them. Because he's connected, if we were to extend water and sewer to Summer Point, he has to be part of that. I mean, I guess in theory, he could disconnect and put a septic in, but I highly doubt that's what needs to happen. So he wouldn't be party, well, he wouldn't be party to the agreement, he would just be part of those who are served through the agreement.
So it wouldn't affect us, it would affect something between him and the homeowners association as to him paying his portion of the
Yes.
bill. So it doesn't really doesn't concern us that he does not want to be on the plan.
He also has his own well.
So he's willing to hook the sewer only or water and sewer?
Looks like he doesn't want to do anything.
Because there's a statement in the plan about he has his own well.
Right, and so he's not part of the Summer Point water system. Only the sewer. So again, this agreement is just with Summer Point.
Right.
It's not within in any fashion. If you were to get water service, it would have to be extended at some other time.
So how do we get charged for sewer?
We would bill based on the residences that are served, and then we would bill at Summer Point and how they would choose to deal with that. Something.
It would be up to
I
them
got
to
it.
collect that.
Cool.
So we're
Okay.
basically gonna build Summer Point off of a
Yes.
single meter.
Yes, that's accurate. The sewer would be billed, it would be based on water use, yes, but we would, there would be minimum charges based on each individual use.
Correct.
That's different than we've been supposed to do. The minimum charge is not.
It's $44.
Never mind, never mind.
I might
Okay.
just throw in that under state law, once the sewer comes within a certain distance of his property, which will be well within, he's required to connect to public sewer. So
Okay,
Who requires it?
state.
Yeah,
the
but
DNR,
okay, so they write him a letter.
yeah, they'll take away his. You have to actually have a permit to operate a septic
Right.
system. They'll revoke his permit, and say hook up to the city.
So he's wasting all time.
So this has been read and
I would want to just make one note, the resolution is drafted to say that the final agreement is subject to review by the city attorney. He has really not reviewed this.
okay.
And so I left it open for whatever, some of the legalese, so to speak, that needs to be added. But I think the substance of it should be fine.
Sprinkle my magic on it.
Okay. So we have a motion.
Yeah, make a motion that we approve the Somerset homeowner agreement as subject to the review.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Steve, you want to continue on with whatever else you would like to discuss on your
Yeah, just,
report?
and I'm not gonna go through my report, it's in the packet, of course. If there's any questions, obviously, I'll take those. I did want to make one note. Charlene Hayes, who has worked for us on a part-time basis for a few months, she will be leaving. We actually hired her replacement today. And so this person is actually starting tomorrow. And Charlene will train her. And, but we will see a bit of a change here. New position is part-time, just as Charlene was. It will work directly underneath Aaron, but then of course report to myself and the city. So we'll change there. But other than that, really nothing else to report unless there's any questions.
He has really laid out all the questions on
I
everything.
thought that
So
was a great report.
great report. Love it.
Oh, I just have to mention the newsletter. I believe it was well received and it did go out. I hope you all received it. But we would, as I know in my report, we would like to do it on a quarterly basis. Maybe not the full, 1x17 fully over. Maybe we'll do it just a one pager. But we do want to do it on a regular basis.
I love it. I think it, I don't know about you guys, but I got many comments about how happy they were to see it. Because it was informative and, they wanted to hear what was going on. I've gotten a
So
lot.
it went to everybody in 65079.
With one exception, I think there's 5 or 6 routes, I forget. There's one route that is what would be like the east end of Portachima, up to the bridge. And so that route did not receive it, but every other route did.
What day did it go out?
I forget my dates exactly. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna say
say
about 3 days.
maybe December 1st, in that range.
My subdivision did not get it.
I did not get
At
it
all?
Nobody in my subdivision got it.
Oh,
I saw an electronic version of
Wow.
okay.
And you
Because
didn't get it
it.
from?
Everybody in my subdivision came to me and said, "Oh, I thought we were getting this newsletter."
Oh, no.
I haven't seen it yet,
Yeah.
so I
Maybe
was gonna
check
mention
in
it when I
with-
came here tonight.
Okay. Well, thank
Wow.
you. I will.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'll follow up on that.
The public also has the same.
Yeah, I didn't get one but I hadn't been to the mailbox
Yeah,
yet today.
and I got it, so you should have gotten it. If you
Well,
didn't,
I'm a
let us know.
I'm PO box, so I'm.
Oh, okay. PO boxes, I don't know.
Every door direct mail is what we use, and it's supposed. It should be what it sounds like. Every single
Every door.
location within the route, and we use the printing company delivered them to Summers Beach Post Office. They were supposed to be delivered to every single route. And I will obviously check on it. I'm not sure what
Is it
happened.
gonna be electronically available?
Yeah, it's on our website now.
Okay.
We may start ordering just a few more to keep in the office.
Yeah, I hate to hear that, but
Yeah.
we'll follow.
Oh, that's too bad, because it was really nice.
Lemon Strike subdivision.
Okay. And we are on police reports.
In the month of November, we had 79 calls for service, 324 self-initiated activities, issued 41 citations, 31 warnings, and had 3 arrests. Shop with a Hero was a huge success. We had 27 kids signed up, 24 showed up. Got some donations from the shootout event in there. I'm not going to go through the whole report, but you guys have any questions on any of that report?
And,
Then if there's no questions on that, Officer North. Aaron, can you take the picture? I'd like to give Officer Tim North, Police Chief, commendation for the recognition of your dedication to highways traffic safety. Traffic enforcement saves an unknown number of lives and loss of property. So there's no way to tell how many crashes you've prevented, how many potential lives and property you've saved. So I want to say thank you. All right, then Lieutenant Schultz. The Shop with a Hero event, conception, planning, fundraising was 100% Lieutenant Schultz. There was a lot of agencies involved in this. However, she was really 95% of all operations with it. Hundreds of hours volunteered. I mean, without her, we wouldn't have done it, period. It wouldn't even be a program, but it definitely would not have been the success it was. So I'd like to give you a commendation for your hard work and dedication to that program.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate our police department. It's one of our shiny parts of the city here. Okay, committee reports, finance, we have a list of bills. Were there any questions on any bills?
Are we paying the tank spec 100% of the 11,591?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what happens since there's another light leak. They're going to warranty for the 12 months.
So they will come out.
Okay.
I had a conversation with them today, and Jared's here. He's also on top of the contract. They have to form the contract. They have. Now, they also recognize there's still a few leaks. And I told the contractor today, I said, I'm willing to pay them full amount As long as he agrees to return. And I understand, you can say, well, maybe we should hold some money back. And if you all want to do that, I wouldn't have any strong objection. But they have performed the contract. They've noted in it 3 to 5 leaks. They certainly did that. So I'm comfortable paying them. I think they're a good contractor. They're very responsive. I think they are committed to coming back. Jerry, you got anything to say about
No, exactly that. There's 3 leaks and
Three leaks left to
small
repair.
ones. Yes.
When you say small,
Uh,
I mean ambiguous term.
In all, what percentage of the cost?
I don't know, like less than
2,000?
2%, I'd say.
Oh, okay.
I
$2,000
mean, they'll literally be done in 5 minutes by the time you get up there.
Okay.
Yeah, just and to be very clear, the initial time when they came, the tank was drained, right, entirely drained. And they provided us photos of the work they did and so forth. We then, of course, filled the tank back up. And initially, there was just one leak. And they came out and repaired that. These next ones came after some period of time. It's not unusual. And, you're just really not going to be able to see them, of course, until the tank is full. So I feel that they're committed to come out and address it.
Make a motion that we agree to pay our bills.
Second?
All in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, number 2 is approve the Phase 3 sewer project pay application, Brule trenching, shoreline surveying and engineering. Everybody have a chance to take a look at that? Did you have anything you needed to add?
I was actually going to ask if anybody has questions on the project before you ask. This project has gone probably the smoothest ever in my career. There's one small setback, and that's we missed our deadline on lift station delivery that got pushed back to January 15th. But other than that, I mean, this project is textbook. We have one more left, down by Can Smoke to where to tie the north and south half together. That's a major milestone for the overall master plan of this job. So, I'm very happy that's happening this quickly. And then they're getting back to work over in Old Sunrise Acres tomorrow to get back to hooking up customers. So I couldn't ask for a better contractor. He's been extremely responsive on cleanup, which is always the big part. And if you guys have any questions or comments at all, I figured if you did, I'd hear from him by now.
I got one question. It's not finished. So the cleanup part of it is on guest burdens that needs to be done. So are we gonna pay him the whole bill?
There's site restoration. It's the last bid item, and I'd have to check to see what. I don't think he's charged anything on restoration, even though he has cleaned up some as he's gone through. But
Well, I know he's a good company and he will do anything for us. I'm just as prudent as I can be. Want to make sure that we just don't just hand him the whole check and he doesn't come back.
there's 5% retainage on that.
No, probably not.
That's all we can do by SRF rules.
Well, we don't have to pay him. Right now, we can vote to turn it not pay until he's finished.
For the pay, yeah, for the pay request.
Yes.
You can do that.
Well, I know you can do that, but I don't want to do that.
Okay.
All I want to know is that he will come back and, because he's always done everything. He's done extra stuff all the time. Heck of a guy.
Yeah, I mean, we're around 50% complete on the project as a whole. So we still have quite a bit more work to do.
On the lift station not coming in until January 15th, is that gonna hold up some people being,
No, the only thing it holds up is taking one of your treatment plants offline.
Hmm.
That's the whole purpose of it.
okay.
It was just that's the reason why we're tying the two together now.
All
I'll
right,
just make a quick comment. The project was underway when I first came in, but it has been a very good project with not many hiccups, and Shoreline has been very responsive in their project management. When it comes to restoration and the cleanup at the end, it's always been kind of a pet peeve of mine. Honestly, sometimes it is difficult to get the contractors to finish up. But yes, we'll absolutely stay on it, and we won't request payment until it's done. So I have taken some of those comments from citizens, and we made that point repeatedly to them. They will clean up. They will.
It always has the past. I make a motion, we pay, approve phase 3 and pay application for relay and shoreline.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
And I see that we did not approve the tank spec invoice, so can we have a motion for that?
Motion to pay tank spec invoice. Make the motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And you'll notice we do have I already have an RFQ for phase 4. Already, is it already posted?
It's been posted. The deadline, I think, is late December 29th, maybe. And then we are hoping to make a selection at the January 8th meeting. So,
Okay. And we did approve paying the bills, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay. If there's no other discussion about anything, we're going to go into a closed session. So I'd like to close out this meeting, right?
yeah, it would require to go into close, it requires a roll call vote, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes. Go on closed session for the purpose of receiving, consulting with the attorney.
Greg Gordon,
Yes.
Steve Barthol,
Yeah.
Susan Schneider,
Yes.
Michael George,
Yes.
Steve Carter.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Have a good evening.
See you, Fred.